I invite Mr. Kennedy Odede to the stage to receive the 2025 United Nations Nelson Mandela Prize presented by the Secretary General of the United Nations. It is my honor to present Mr. Kennedy Odede, Founder and Chief Executive Officer of Shining Hope for Communities from Kenya. I invite members to view a short video on his work.
Life is changing, and when I see Kibera today, it's not the same Kibera that I saw yesterday. That gives me hope. Growing up in Kibera was lively, and at the same time was also hard. At a very early age, I ran away so that I can survive because we didn't have enough food in the house. So I became a street kid or a homeless kid. If I didn't suffer in this poverty, I could have seen what I could do. Although there is this struggle that these people don't really have much, but if you follow their heart, it is so wealthy. This community were really, they participated in my growth. This is where I have my boys, our girls, our friends, our family. When I walk around here, you see that community. We have the same mission. What unites us together? Everyone is dreaming for future. We cannot see and hear that a 4-year-old girl is raped. We cannot wait and hear that a talented kid who could be the president is denied education because we are still waiting. The more we wait, we are losing a lot of things. Now, what can we do now? Ghetto is a place of ideas. Ghetto is a place of strength. My dream is to bring the ghetto together. It doesn't have to come from outside. The solution is there. Only if we come together, the solutions are in the community. We started by doing small things. People know us, slowly but slowly. We are growing. We are learning. How can we make our things unique? How can we have our school? When the people are leading it and they own it, it can really be strong. And I love it. You know why I love it? Because we took over. We took over. So the people who seem to be poor are now running school for girls, health center, and water. It was so powerful to see these girls in uniform. These kids speak English, they are so smart, they are so curious. It will produce the future Kenyan leaders, women leaders. Women will be the stars in the community. So I saw that people are vibrant. You go there and just watch. You see the activities that's going there. It's what gives hope. It comes down to people. This is an urban movement of social change, a united force who are coming together to change the society. And we just believe that it is possible. Another world is possible.
It is my honor I invite Mr. Kennedy Odede to the stage to receive the 2025 United Nations Nelson Mandela Prize presented by the Secretary General of the United Nations. We will now hear a statement by Mr. Kennedy Odede, the 2025 United Nations Nelson Mandela Prize laureate. Mr. Odede, you have the floor.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit, from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be. For my unconquerable soul, during 27 years behind bars, Nelson Mandela recited the poem Invictus to keep his spirit strong. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. These words reminded him that even in captivity, his soul remained free. Mandela understood the poetry and the act of turning within possessed great power. He observed that poetry bears witness to injustice, and in doing inner work, Mandela cultivated what he called a flower in a graveyard. For him, Invictus became a flower, an affirmation of unbreakable human dignity. It became my flower too. Mandela's favorite poem, my daily mantra. I grew up in Kibera, Kenya, one of Africa's largest slums, a place too often reduced to statistics of poverty rather than recognized for its profound reserves of human potential. At 10 years old, fleeing domestic violence, I joined the ranks of Nairobi street children. One day, I stole a mango because I was starving. A mob gathered to beat me dead until a stranger stepped forward, paid for that mango, and in that single act of grace, showed me that kindness could interrupt the cycles of violence. My head is bloody, but unbowed. Mandela taught me that strength is not the absence of struggle. It is what we choose to build within that struggle. 20 years ago, as a young man working in a factory for barely $1 a day, I saved 20 cents to buy a soccer ball. That ball was not just for play. It was a tool for organizing, a center around which a community could form. That community became Shining Hope for Communities, SHOFCO, as we call it. We didn't start with grand plans of any money, but with each other and a shared vision of what Kibera could become. A beacon of light and hope for the world. We cleared garbage. We built schools where girls could learn without fear. We brought clean water to neighborhoods where families once spent an entire day's wages for a single bucket. We didn't seek permission from those in power. We exercised the power within us. And yet, the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. That spirit of fearlessness, service, drives our work today. SHOFCO, now two decades later, has grown to over 90 places across Kenya, each driven and led by the community themselves. Over 4 million people have been directly impacted. That include 1.3 million youth leaders who have been trained, and over 150,000 children treated for malnutrition, 40,000 households receiving clean water, and this is amazing, over $10 million in loans to the poor in the family, and they raised that money themselves. Mandela showed all of us that, at SHOFCO, that leadership is not a privilege reserved for those born to power. It belongs to anyone willing to serve and look within. It matters not how straight they get, how charged with punishment at the scroll. Mandela faced a systematic engineer to destroy him, and instead built something greater than what had been destroyed. In so many communities like Kibera, the gates of opportunity remain narrow. But at Shofco, we are not waiting for permission to belong the future we are building. We are demonstrating that transformative leadership emerges precisely from the places the world overlooks. Not just to walk through existing gates, but to widen them for others. Madiba once said, "I have walked that long road to freedom. I have taken a moment to rest, but I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom comes responsibilities." He said this after he had endured nearly 3 decades in prison, after he had emerged without bitterness, and he invited his jailers to sit in front row at his inauguration. Madiba understood that power was not the destination. It is the obligation to keep walking. Shofco began on a dirt path in Kibera slums, a soccer ball, a circle of young people, and a shared future to be defined by what the world expected of us. Today, it is a movement reaching millions. But this is not the victory. Our future is not a single program or a new initiative. It is a new architecture of trust, where design begins with dignity, and where leadership flows from those who have lived the reality they now seek to change. We are walking that long road still. Thank you to the many people in this room today and those around the world who have walked this road with me and with us. Like Madiba, we do not walk it alone. And we do not walk it afraid. Because even now, especially now, we know that he knew, and we must remind one another that no matter the gate, no matter the scroll, we remain the masters of our fate, the captains of our soul. Happy birthday, Nelson Mandela. Thank you.